how my life got taken over by a fat bitch. Okay, so this is a link video that is very important to let you know about the journey, about what happened to me after I learned female nature, after I learned what I deserve, after I earned it all. Society tried to tell me otherwise. So here's what happened is I met this hot girl at Crunchyroll, and she sent a fat girl in order to keep me submissive when the fine girl literally ignored what she did, and she didn't count it as disrespect. Here's what happened. This is a literally a video referencing Abby and all the stages I went through her, and how literally I kept on trying to tell her that my family was abusive, and literally the message was clear. I don't give a shit. You're dealing with competition. All the guys that are trying to get at her keep positive and do this and that, even though they're in a bad position in society. I kept on venting to her my personal problems, this and that, and literally, so I made a meme that's literally referencing everything I went through with Abby, and literally, it had Pudding saying this, I don't give a shit. And this is how hot girls work. I'm sorry, buddy. That's the real world. It's not just Abby. It's every single hot girl you gotta come across. They're gonna want you to keep it positive. When you're dealing with competition where everybody's making them laugh consistently, you can't afford to literally be dreadful. Even though you're being 100% real, that's what's fake about this world, but you gotta adapt to it. It's completely true. We don't give a shit. Oh, I'm going through this and that. No, I'm sorry. I'd rather you make me laugh. So anyway, this is the 100% truth of what happened. So basically what happened was the hot girl commented on the... She commented on the video, not commenting on any other video. I have a bunch of AMVs on Instagram. I have a whole bunch of this and that. And literally, here's what happened. She commented on that video, expecting me not to realize that street code that was disrespect, because I didn't have a job at the time, but I could get a job if I wanted to. And literally, if you go back to Dark Game, Chapter 1, is literally when I almost got raped by a manager at Jack in the Box, and that made me lose motivation and get jobs. And we live in a world of, oh, it doesn't matter, just this one guy acting like that's not traumatizing, acting like that doesn't add on to pain. And literally, that's the society we live in. It's like, oh, ignore that when there's some really big shit. So literally, that's what she did. She commented on a video that was really, really precious to me, and she treated it like it wasn't shit. So I used street code back, like, oh, did you watch that episode that was on my laptop? And then she blocked me. Nothing sexual, nothing about that happened. So what she did is she sent the fat girl out, literally telling the full story, saying that, yo, you just want women for their bodies because he happens to be a model. No, it's because he disrespected me. I was willing to take it slow, but she disrespected me, trying to say that, yo, that doesn't mean anything. You see why it's better to get in a relationship. You see why it's this and that. No. I do not want to get in a relationship with somebody who disrespects me at all. So she sent her without telling the full story. And so here's what happened is I knew I had to take a different approach because her titties were front facing. Graphic and design, front facing. So here's what happened. Literally, they tried to come at me at the angle because I was known for getting a whole bunch of pretty girls at the time. So literally, they sent the fat one to try to teach me a lesson, saying that it's not that easy, and what you have is easy come, easy go. That's why you quit every job, and that's why you can't sustain a relationship, because you literally have something that goes against the single mother household family, and they try to make it seem like that was literally everything. Every single family acts like that. Literally, oh, easy come, easy go. When you don't work hard enough to keep something, to maintain anything. Oh, I'm sorry. What they mean by easy come, easy go is make sure that they are in control of the situation. Trust their process instead of creating your own. So here's what happened. I buttered this fat girl up for my personality. This and that. I have to state why she is fat, because it's very important for you to know it's still simple. I found when the society completely try to pull this over my head. So basically, here's what happened. I'm known for doing this and that, and they're all like, yeah, that's why he only has one night stands, and that's why he can't get into a relationship. He has nothing consistent, therefore he's a little kid. And they kept on trying to tell nerds that were jealous of me getting all these girls, he's only have them on the outside. On the inside, he's not pulling anything because he's not sustaining anything. Those girls aren't worth your time. He doesn't have any girl or personality. And so they tried backing it up by sending this girl that literally had just titties and nothing else, no personality, and literally tried to say that I was all a fake, saying that I told her to go sit in the corner if you think I'm gonna fall from that grade A level bullshit after hitting her with literally funny shit after funny shit after funny shit, proving I could be her boyfriend, but asking what are you gonna give me in return. So I told her to go sit in the corner, and she told me that I was retarded and lonely. Even though society views me as a genius, even though they view me as literally the anime rap king for making rap AMVs for local rappers, even though they know me for hitting on hella girls, she tried to ruin my reputation, and she couldn't, because what she did was she flipped it to a point like, you weren't in special ed when you were young, you weren't socializing, you haven't dated completely, this and that, you haven't finished your processing, and literally you are retarded because easy come, easy go is the same reason why you didn't graduate college. It's the same reason why you're stuck with your mom. You can't pull that shit on me. You're not all that you say you're on. Every single thing that they've been trying to teach me when I was younger, take it slow, doing this and that, they tried to say it backfired on me, because the one time that I couldn't literally fool somebody is the time when she came back with everything that was basically wrong about the situation, saying that this is why you're alone, this is why this and that. Well, she knows I have a whole history of dodging people that try to get me in trouble. It didn't matter because the end result was like this. You tried to fool me and get in my pants and it didn't work. I'm like, okay. But the bigger thing to the situation is I know I can get another one. So after C tried to hit me with all that foundation of what they've been trying to tell me the whole time, you're retarded and lonely, this is why you're in special ed, this is that yada yada yada, it doesn't matter if you can get another girl, that's still one dimensional, yada yada yada, I wrote Coolio. If you want to know the full story, this is a leaked video letting you know that this is how society works, and this is why we cannot believe that shit front facing. All that other shit, all the genius shit I did not get in the way of what's said. But guess what? They made me literally suffer from that sleazeball. Because I knew more of the situation is literally why they made me suffer. They literally tried to reference every single person from my past in a job, literally trying to state you're the same level that you were at high school. You just got lucky. You just got some clout. On the inside, you're still nothing. Even though I showed her I had tons and tons of personality. What they wanted me to do is they wanted me to stop asking questions and literally just go with the flow so I could be manipulated. But they didn't say it like that. They're like, oh, she already established that you guys were friends. There's no way you can get in her pants. It's this and that. I'm like, okay, well, if I'm not going to get in her pants, I must go get with another one. They kept on trying to say that she didn't care and that I'm the one who literally missed out and that I have to stop operating that way or else I'm never going to get the full experience when I wasn't looking for that. And they're trying to make sure that the full experience is better. When I'm looking at all these other couples, I know they're not happy. I know they're literally just there to get in the girls' pants. And that's literally what happened every single time. They kept on pressuring me. Getting a relationship is better. One night stands ain't shit. This and that. I'm like, okay, well, if you're never getting what you want and you keep on having all this processing with no end result, what are you going to do? It was horrifying. The adults and everybody tried to tell him, it's because he had no personality. It's just like, yeah, then why she say that good roast at the end? She said that so he can stay. Literally, adults arguing with children over and over again that it was a complex situation where it was a stalemate. Because I literally could get another one, but because society caught me when I tried to fool someone and I couldn't fool someone, is the reason why they kept on spamming, oh, you're autistic, oh, you're this and that. I'm like, no. And she kept on begging me back in street code, kept on sending BAML provider after BAML provider to try to get me and try to convince me that their way of living is better and that this is why I'm alone and you literally have to work hard, you have to take it slow. When I know all that shit is bullshit, you have to understand. With general interest, he would have done it by now. Sorry. She was sent there by another. The situation is clear, but it wasn't clear because that was the first time I actually tried to get in a relationship and it didn't really backfire on me. It backfired on me in the beginning. I'm like, you know what? Because what happened is I was going through a series of events to let me know I was fucking up that year. Like, I wasn't as good as I was in the first year, but I wasn't trying to. I was goal-oriented this year, so everything with me that year literally all tied in together and why I was a better person at the end of that year. As far as the previous year, what happened was I learned my lesson and I already knew there was more to life to woman and she didn't have to tell me twice. I was experimenting with dating and they tried to make it seem like I was evil and I was playing with her emotions. It was the very first time I tried to sleazeball and I suffered from it because literally they kept on trying to do this and that and I ended up living with my abusive brother because of that. it got to a point where I actually did get into a relationship with a good girl that had a better body, better personality, and everything. And I proved her wrong 100%. And then I suffered the most when I proved them wrong 100%. No holes. I replaced her with Karma. And literally what they did was they tried to say, oh, you kept on cheating on Karma. She lives already in fucking Arizona. You're not being considerate of the situation. They kept on shoving in my face that it's not all that, this and that. And literally, the devil hit me with the biggest perspective after I quit my shitty, abusive job at Home Depot. They literally tried to say, well, you wouldn't have all this pressure if you would have kept your job at Home Depot. When the going got tough, you would have got tough in. You could have got everything set up for the car and the Karma. I'm like, you're going to harass her either way. But they hit me with the perspective that literally, oh, this and that. So what happened was, I even proved the point even more. I went on 2 bear mail dates with this fob. And literally, the whole time, this little Asian girl, the whole time on the dates, all she did was laugh at my jokes, and she didn't make no actions, and she couldn't keep a conversation, and that was literally at the same level as a girl that I sleaze balls. So there was no reason why they should have dragged it on. It's like, I could if I want to, but I know there's nothing to it. So literally, they had me do this and that. Even the Asian girl paid for every single thing in the day. She paid for my boba, she paid for my pizza, she paid for everything every single day because she knew she would sit there for the wrong reason. They did that to say that I can't be a BMO provider. Wrong. I know how to be a BMO provider. I was literally dancing in her fucking car while she was driving. It was hella fucking funny. But it didn't matter because they kept on saying, easy come, easy go. You're not in a relationship with that Asian girl now, huh? And recently, I blocked that girl when she tried to beg me back over and over and over again. And I can't do it anymore. It's literally, they kept on spamming, the relationship is better. The relationship is better. No, my privacy and my safety is better. She put me at risk. And when I replaced her is when I got endangered to a point where I could have lost my life. It has nothing to do with me sleazeballing her. It has something to do with the quality of the woman because I took it slow with the first one. She disrespected me, and everybody's telling me, roll with the disrespect. Stop focusing on her tits. Stop. I'm sorry. Her tits are the main fucking focus. You can't literally expect anybody to not focus on those tits. You can't bribe somebody and literally say that they're full of shit. That's literally what the fuck happened. You put cheese in front of a mouse and expected them not to fall for the trap. So what happened is I went from a rat to a motherfucking rodent and the trap wasn't big enough. And I got left a scar and then my fucking leg grew back. They manipulated my environment. They made sure there was only good families in the area literally to make sure I didn't get one another hot girl. So what happened was this. At the end of the journey, when I replaced her after I couldn't get my date with Karma, when I literally replaced her over and over and over again, it got to the point where they started hacking girls on my phone to a point to make me accept that you need to finish what you started. We don't like the fact that you burned her up with your personality and then you just left. Oh, I thought I was retarded and lonely. What happened to that? And that's literally what happened. They were proven wrong over and over again because they wanted to make it seem like the roast was everything to the situation. No, me leaving was the situation. I literally left her with emotional distress, and I didn't give a shit because I knew I can get another one. So they made me suffer from it because I was in a better position. Even though she hit me were immoral, I still had tons of hot chicks to fall back on. And that's what they hated. That's why winning isn't everything. Just like fucking Storm, winning isn't everything. The perspective was too real. She may have had the better insult, and she may have had society backing up her statements, but we all know it's for the wrong reason, but it's not for the wrong reason on paper. They can say they're there for her personality, but really they're there to suck her tits. That's why she has all those friends and I don't. Just to suck on her tits. And it got to a point where they kept spamming it over and over again, so what I did is I pulled a Goku. And I got tired of everybody trying to defend her, knowing that they're wrong, knowing that they just want to get in her pants. And I'm like, I don't care if I have to replace you 1,000,000 times, Lisa. I'll do what I have to do in order to survive. I kept on proving her wrong over and over and over again. I don't care if you take away my social life. I don't care if you take away this and that. You're only taking away people that want to harm me anyway. And that's why I won, and that is why you shouldn't fall for female nature, and that's why you need to understand there's more to life than winning. That's what happens when you deal with the devil. God focuses on the war when the devil focuses on victory. Are you going to be with the devil? Are you going to win a war but literally be stuck in the battlefield that's a wasteland? Or are you going to deal with God that's literally going to accept defeat, carry your cross already up to the mountain, and live on the kingdom? You guys are stuck. You keep on responding, doing the same shit. But I'm sitting over here stuck on top of the kingdom, watching you all play yourselves. That is what God does to the devil.